guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for joining my channel today. I have a word. Last time we had a word, we were talking about blossoming, but in this December I have a word. My word is perspective, and for some reason I've been just meeting this word everywhere I go. I have conversations with people, and basically the word has been perspective. So this video today, that's what we're going to be talking about, and especially that the year is ending, I think it's a very important word that we need to be having in our conversations right now. I think it's a word that we should focus on right now, because there is goals that we had at the beginning of the year, there are plans that we had at the beginning of the year, and probably some of us are looking at those plans and we're looking at those goals, we're looking at those objectives, and you're probably trying to tick out what you've managed to do and what you haven't. And some of us are literally just dreading that the year is coming to an end, because the list seems long and we've only managed to tick half of the stuff, or 3/4 of the stuff, or quarter of the stuff, and you're beating yourself up. Why should I even be happy that the year is ending when I didn't manage to achieve what I had planned to achieve this year? And that's one of the reasons why I want to talk about perspective. We've always heard of that scenario where somebody had a cup that was half full of, is it milk or sugar? People use it in different scenarios, but there was then two people. There's this person that's complaining about how the cup is half full, and then there was this other person with a different perspective on how the cup is half empty. So it just depends on the angle at which you're looking at, and that's what I want us to understand even as we end the year. You've managed to do half the work. Should you be angry at yourself? Should you beat yourself up? Or should you be happy with yourself that you even managed to achieve that 50%? And that's what I want to talk about today. I heard a story recently that really just encouraged me. This man was working for a certain company and he was driving a really good vehicle. It was a good standard vehicle. It was a nice Hilux, and he was really happy that the company had given him that car. However, certain managers were looking at him and they were like, no, that's a really good car. You can't give it to him at his level. We need to grab it for him and give him this shabby car. And they literally put that car away from him and they gave him this car that nobody wanted. And this man had a different attitude. And that's what I want to talk about today. That perspective, that attitude. This man got that shabby car. He got it to his house and he had somebody to clean that car. It was cleaned, it was scrubbed. Whatever was not in good place, the small things, he managed to fix up that car and he started driving. The next day when he was going to the office, everybody was saying, wow, what happened to this car? Is this same shabby car that we all didn't want? And now people wanted that car back. And I wonder if that has ever happened to you. I wonder if you've ever been in a situation where somebody wants, you're looking at something that you have and you're just dreading it. But then the very thing that you are dreading is then given to this other person, and the person manages to beautify it and to rise from that very thing that you were looking at as shabby, that very thing that you were complaining about, that very thing that you were, just dreading from the very beginning. And that's what I want to talk about. Maybe you've had scenarios this year that have happened to you that you're just dreading, like, why did we even, go through all of that? Why did we even, not finish this up? Why did they even give this to me? Why would they expose me to this scenario? But what if you just looked at it from a different perspective? What if, like that man, you could get that shabby thing and see what you can fix around it, and it would become something beautiful that people would even admire? Maybe it's your life, you're looking at, I love Sarah Jakes Roberts, and everybody, looks at this wonderful woman of God, this young woman of God who is shaking nations. And I think most of us have actually seen the video where TD Jakes is handing over the baton to her. It was something that was moving and that was beautiful for all of us. But has anybody ever looked at it from the perspective at which it was when she was that young 13-year-old pregnant girl that looked like her life had come to an end? She got that very life of a stranded pregnant girl, a daughter of a bishop, a worldwide minister, that her life at that point did not look like it could turn out into anything. But that's the very thing that she got, and she used it to bless women. She used it to, help many women out there to know that you can evolve, you could rise from that bottom place. And now she is this woman that we are admiring. But has anybody ever thought of the fact that she was literally looking at it as a shabby life? At a point, she looked at it as something that was like that shabby car, but she used that very shabby car and beautified it, and today we are admiring it. So I want to encourage you. Maybe it looks like life has ended for you. Maybe you got pregnant early and things just didn't turn out the way you didn't finish school, and you're probably just like, you know what, I don't think there's hope for me. I want to tell you that there is a perspective at which you can look at it. Maybe you could be the one to encourage those young girls that are just coming up to say, look, there is a way you can hold your life together. There is a way you can avoid these things that I did. There is a way you can get up from that hard place. What if that is what it's all for? Maybe you didn't clear your exams, you only cleared part of them and you've been complaining. But what if you can encourage that one person that didn't even clear anything, and you can be like, look, I didn't clear this, but I believe that if I take the next exams, I'm going to clear these that remained. What if you could just look at things from a different perspective? What if we could just stop crying over spilled milk and think of a way that we can rise from that very place that we can be? So this is my message to you this December. The word, remember, is perspective. So whatever it is you're looking at, what you've managed to do this year and what you haven't, just look at it from a certain perspective. Begin to appreciate God that you even managed to do that which you wanted to do. Today I was listening to a sermon by Robert Madu, and he was just talking about broken pieces, and he was saying that, look, sometimes we look at those broken pieces, we look at certain pieces of our lives, and you're wondering, how did I end up in this certain place? How did things break up? But what if you put all those broken pieces together? You would end up with actually a great piece. And that's what I want to encourage you today. I don't know how your 2022 has been, but I believe that with all the things that have happened, good or bad, that there is a good story that can come out of it, that there is a good testimony that can come out of it, that you're here, you are breathing today. Yes, you got sick, but here you are. Yes, things were hard, but here you are. Yes, you didn't think you would make it, but here you are. So just begin to appreciate God. There is a perspective from which you can begin to appreciate God. It didn't go well with that relationship. What if God was saving you from him? What if God was saving you from her? What if the plans that they had for you were not good plans, and God knew that I love my child and the plans that I have for her are to prosper her, to give her a future and a hope. So I want to encourage you, as you end the year, even as you analyze what has happened throughout the year, just look at it from another perspective. If one perspective is bringing out all the negativity, try to look at it from another perspective and see the positivity. There is something you can learn from the negatives, and you can use that to build your 2023. So I love you so much. Have a blessed, beautiful day, and have a blessed end of the year. I wish you a happy 2023. I wish you a happy festive season. Have a blessed day. I love you.